Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, everybody.
It is Wednesday morning.
Wednesday 7 a.m. Well, we didn't even color coordinate. Look, but we're all green.
Aww.
That's nice. That's super lovely to get our morning started there.
Yeah, we forgot to set the schedule, so we don't know if anyone's going to show up this morning, but we are still prepared to start our day pretty productively. We do have a long list of things that we want to get done today. And one of the things that I am actually looking forward for fun is I'm going to be putting up curtains today. So in our the photo room that we take all of our pictures in, we have a lot of really good lighting. We have two like really big bay windows. So it's good for lighting. The problem is there are some times where, especially because the sunlight can come in, it's not always the best ideally. So I wanted to be able to control that a bit more by putting up curtains, but that's going to be a little bit of work because I haven't put up curtains in a while.
Yeah, that will definitely be exciting. Hey, good morning, Kelly Debs. Good morning, Gina.
Good morning.
Well, we're happy to see any of y'all this morning because I totally forgot to set up the meeting. We're so new. We're still making all kinds of mistakes with scheduling and all that fun stuff. So
yeah, we're like trying not to schedule them too far in advance, but then we sometimes forget to schedule them. So yeah, we're still learning. Good
Paul
morning,
Rose
Paul.
is here. Oh, that's so awesome. He said, send me some perky. I've run out of it today. Well, don't worry. We don't always got it either, for sure. Hey, and Jen's here. Good morning, everybody. This is so cool.
Good morning.
It's great to see everybody on. But yeah, so we're if we're looking at our goals today, I've still got my 9-hour regular job work day doing the data analytics prep, so that's going to be ahead of me. But I still think I'm going to be able to get about 10 listings done as soon as I'm done with work. So I'm going to be aiming for that. And then we've got Friday off, and that's when we're going to be doing a lot of catch-up work for the major win side of things, for sure.
And we do have some things that some friends have given us that they want us to help them sell. And so doing research and hopefully getting those moving on too, because it is kind of hard when you're selling things for other people because you're not exactly sure like what price point they want. But these will mostly be local sales. So that has its advantages and its disadvantages.
Yeah, so most definitely. Jen says I need perky badly. I know. So we're trying to get fired up and have some coffee. For some reason last night I just did not sleep very good. I mean, I don't particularly get cranky. I just remain tired all day. So it's like
I just kept stabbing you with a little pin last night.
Yeah. No, it's like, well, you did a good job because it's like failing. But yeah, no, it's really good. I think too, I was so amped up. We had a really nice discussion yesterday that kind of got the brain turning over.
You have a big project going on, so it makes sense.
Yeah. Well, I've got a big work project, but also all this conversation that we had yesterday evening was really, it was pretty electric. There was a lot of good conversation going on.
Okay, so Gina, I'm curious. Gina said I got a new eBay app, photo features today. Kind of cool background. So is that a feature in the eBay app, or is it an app that you can use along?
Yeah, so I think she said AI background. Real quick, but I think she said AI background. And
Kelly Deb said, oh yeah, and then she says, yeah, it is. Okay.
Yeah, I had heard that they're going to be rolling out something.
Yeah, that's really cool because I have recently, in fact, this week, I have downloaded a few photo apps. I'm playing with that. Only one am I kind of happy with. The other ones, I'm already like, I'm deleting them.
And so Paul Rose says, I'm sticking with white backgrounds for Google search if they still see our listings. I know that's definitely the challenge for everything too. Yeah, so we're seeing a lot of the impressions going up, and we're seeing a lot of visibility, but also too, it's hard to tell if that's, everyone on here, because I mean, we just very recently shared our store on here.
Yeah.
So right now we're kind of expecting an artificial wave of attention to the store and everything. But Carl, that's hilarious. Boo, that's so funny. Well, good to have you with us.
Good morning,
eBay Life and Paul Rose. I know everybody on here knows you, but
Reseller.
But if anybody watches this video later, we've got a couple friends out in the UK that are popping in when it's morning our time, and then it's very, very much in the afternoon there. So we really appreciate having you guys
So
on.
what are they, like, 8
And
hours
hey,
ahead of
Mike
us?
Seller is here is too. Mike Seller is here too. Mike Seller is here is too. Mike Seller is here too. Good morning, Mike Seller. So great to see you, man. I hope you're having a good day. But yeah, so it's really interesting. So AI backgrounds, I don't know, how would you feel about that, Ro? I kind of do agree with Paul Rose about still sticking with. I mean, we technically use a gray background,
Yeah, we use a gray.
but we're not opposed to switching up the background. In fact, we probably should circle back on that. It's been a minute since we looked at that.
So for the reason why I downloaded the apps were actually more for the local sales, because it is kind of hard to stage something properly in a small photo booth location. So I was like, if I could take pictures of them, stage them more so that people could see what the item actually is, especially if it's a larger, maybe like furniture piece.
Mhm.
That's where I was thinking it would be really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, and so definitely in terms of staging, the where we can see it like in a home environment, that's such a good idea. But I mean, for us with a lot of clothing stuff, it's like unless they have AI people that we can just like, put
That
it on
won't
an
look
AI model.
freaky at all.
Yeah, that won't freak people out at all. It's like look at this AI person wearing your future clothes.
They're
But
like, I definitely want to wear that shirt.
yeah, and it's funny though. It's like we do to clothing, we constantly revisit. Does it look more natural if you put it on a person? A lot of people do like that, but I also too, I like, and if I'm really concerned about the condition of the garment, I actually prefer to see it just kind of in some kind of flat lay look. I mean,
Mhm,
ours are technically vertical, but they're in kind of a flat lay
mhm.
pattern, and we like that because it gives a better view or a better perspective of condition, while also just giving you an overall good look at the garment. So we do like that, especially if we're going to purchase for us. We want to make sure that we see condition more than we see how it might appear stylistically on us.
I do like Jen's comment. When you join live, you get a sale. That's awesome.
Hey, that's rocking. That's so cool. Maybe
Because
eBay and
Paul
YouTube are
Rose,
in cahoots. It's just like,
yeah, that's what it is.
yeah,
Because
unless you're
Paul
doing
Rose
both
said that he
well.
got 2 low sales today. So today is actually kind of unusual. I have 0 packages to get ready.
Mhm.
I did prepare some later last afternoon. I did prepare some in the later afternoon yesterday. But yeah, I have no packages to get ready. So I can hit the ground running, just getting straight to taking care of other business, which has its pros and its cons because that means we didn't get any sales since then.
Yeah, well, too, we did get some sales yesterday, but we happened
Right.
to be able to sneak those
Yeah, I
in
got
with
them all in.
our shipment. Hey, aloha and good morning, Primo Kimo. So great to see you.
Good
And
morning.
Kelly Dip's got a posh meal. Oh, so sleepy. Poshmark sale this morning. Congratulations on that, Kelly
Yeah,
Dibs.
where I do see AI backgrounds, because I like what Gina said that she'll use nature scenes. Where I have seen
Mhm,
that even in clothing is actually on Poshmark. I have seen stage settings of like a sweater, even though it's flat light, but
mhm.
like in a setting, and I haven't disliked it. It's unusual. It's cute. I
Let's
still don't
see.
know if I want to do it though.
Mike Seller, nature called at 2 a.m. and couldn't get back to sleep. So I started listening. Oh, that's awesome.
Hey, that's a great way to use your time. I mean, yeah, that works. That's pretty productive.
Yeah, that's super productive. Well, and what's nice too, we're finishing up a batch of clothing that we've sorted, so it'll be easy for us to get those listings going. And then we shared yesterday, for all those that might have not had a chance to see it, we got a bunch of these model kits. Let's make sure it doesn't have glare on it. Try to get the camera angle, but we got a bunch of these model kits that we're going through. And one thing we are discovering for any of those that don't have the plastic on them, we have to be extremely careful. Some of the decals are
Yeah.
no longer working. So that will be something we have to account for in the condition. But it was cool. Actually, there was some interest from a couple individuals in the models that we shared yesterday. It was kind of interesting. On another channel, I think it was ADH Dave. He was talking about too that in a lot of their shows, as they start to do whatnot and everything, like they'll just like get on there, start having a conversation, and somebody will see something in the background and be like, I want that. What are you selling that for?
Yeah,
And everything. It's
yeah.
like there's so many new ways that we're seeing people starting to sell.
But then how would that work if because like for instance, if it's listed on eBay,
No,
well,
it's like before. I don't think it's listed
before
anywhere
a
else.
listing is
Yeah,
done.
I think
Okay,
they
okay.
just like have it. I think they have it with the idea of eventually putting it on whatnot, and
Right.
people are just like, "Hey, is that back there? Is that for sale?"
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. So it is interesting. But yeah, so I think for me, like again, to summarize the goals, and feel free again, everybody, jump in there and share what your goals are for the day. We're really interested to hear what those are.
Inspire us.
Yeah, help us get inspired because that's been happening, especially last
And
week. We
it's
had
hump
so many.
day, so it's like, oh, we're tired from Monday and Tuesday, and it's like we still have Thursday and Friday. Although, like you said, Friday is technically an off day for us.
Yeah, and so and again, timing is just weird because I've got a major project. I got a major project going out for my standard work this week, so that does have an
Yeah,
unusual portion of my attention. But besides that, though, we don't let major win as that side of that side of our life. We don't let that sleep either.
yeah,
So we'll definitely be getting at least for me 10 listings, and then if you get any additional listings going, that'll be awesome.
yeah. I'm planning on getting at least 10 listings as well,
Yeah,
if not more.
yeah,
But
but we'll have to do catch up on Friday.
yeah,
And then what we'll do if we have weeks like we have with this one where we have to balance a lot of just big life stuff, what we'll then do is we'll try to plan at least like one day, and this week that's Friday, where we're able to go in and we will just take like a whole morning and focus on getting caught up on listings and everything, and then we'll get those scheduled for multiple days so it takes the pressure off for
because
later.
everyone needs a catch up day. There's never going to be those days where you accomplish like everything. You're like, this was an awesome day. I nailed it every day of the week. So you're going to need those catch up days. So on the days that we do occasionally technically have no responsibilities, those are fantastic for feeling productive
Yeah.
and like you've got your stuff together.
100%. Yeah, and just so that everyone is aware too, when we have these and everything, it's not like, hey, accomplish your goals or we don't want to see you later. It's definitely one of those things of, set a goal and you may get it all done or maybe not. Life definitely happens and that's not a big deal. It's just so that we
If you
can.
survive the day, that is something to celebrate.
That's right. You still breathing? All right, we'll call that a win. But it's just so that we can get together and maybe get some inspiration, get a little bit extra oomph to help get us started.
It does also really help us. I mean, we are more productive
Absolutely.
when we know we're being held accountable.
Most definitely. Yeah, we're totally more, and actually, we're so grateful to all of you because we've got this accountability. We get this started now. We are absolutely like getting more done. We're getting more organized,
Yeah.
and it's been really a blast. So yeah, we now know it's like okay, we gotta be ready because we want to share something good.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I don't worry to get me back in listing mode today. Paul Rose, yeah, there's been a lot that has just been, things we have to overcome over the past few weeks where we're all kind of tired from it. I mean, again, I'm tired today just from lack of sleep. So, it's understandable that getting the motivation up would be a challenge. But all right, well, we'll hold you accountable, buddy. We know that you're going to be sleep by the time we do the afternoon one tonight, but let's hear about some good listings as I shake the whole camera. Let's hear about some good listings tomorrow, Paul. Well, let's rock it, man. Let's do this thing. Because I'm wiped and I'll go for my 10. But if you get some listings up too, we'll meet back tomorrow and see how we did.
The one thing is, I do have a specific lot of clothing that I actually have in a particular box. So my goal is I do want that box to be empty. That's kind of my motivation for today and those are some cute clothes that I'm actually excited about getting listed. So that's where my motivation is coming from.
That is a good plan. Yeah, I think too. So we're also feeding off of each other with this, like us both coming on here to do these lives. And again, we're just a few weeks in. As of yesterday, it was 3 weeks. And thank you again. Some of you sent us some really nice messages after we mentioned that yesterday.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're 3 weeks in, so we're still getting everything figured out. In fact, we had some recommendations to possibly even change what we call these, like in the morning and in the afternoon, just so that people have a little bit more awareness of what's going to be
Yeah.
included in them, and we're open to that for sure. So if you have any additional recommendations, it doesn't have to be that we include either major or win in the names of like our morning and our afternoon. Just kind of, I guess these are kind of accountability calls. But if you have anything that you'd recommend, we're all ears for it. We're pretty easygoing folks.
So
We're determined, but easygoing, if that makes
Paul
sense.
says, I assure you, Major, I will lie to you most convincingly tomorrow. LOL. But I'm actually okay with that because I feel
Don't
like
make
that
me do a spit take, Paul, because I'm surrounded by future inventory.
I feel
Don't
like
make me waste
that
my
would be
sourcing
like
here.
the placebo effect. Like, I mean, they've proven the placebo effect works. So
Yeah.
you're like, yeah, man, I knocked it out of the park. I got all my listens. I'm amazing. I do think if you did do that tomorrow morning, you would be more productive tomorrow because of it.
Yeah.
Because you already told your brain that you're awesome.
Yeah. I don't know if it'll help you, Paul, but it'll definitely help me. So that'll be great. I'm like, wow.
Placebo effect is real.
Yeah, totally.
Well, one of the things we're doing for motivation is the room that we do most of our major win work. We have, I mean, we've told you guys before, the last month, really, we've been completely reorganizing, revamping that space. I've been watching a few resellers online to see how they have their rooms set up and how they kind of have designated spots to do things. For a while, our designated spots were moving because it's like, oh, where it's most convenient to do. I mean, we have a shipping station, but sometimes it's like, where's the most convenient place to do this right now? Okay, it's over here, not where. So what we've been trying to do is get much more organized about each space having a functionality and that space only being used for that function. We're
no
also,
blending. We keep blending together.
we're trying to keep spaces clear.
I'm sitting on my legs.
And then the other thing that we've been doing is trying to make our workspace more enjoyable, a place that we actually want to be. So, like, for instance, I have been doing a few, like, for instance, we're really into lighting. So we want to get better lighting in there because in this room we have twinkle lights like throughout our whole house, but we're trying to get more of the LED lights where LED. We're trying to get those LED lights.
Get the LED lights going.
Where we can change the colors because throughout some of the rooms in our house we do have them. So like the ambient lighting, even some of the lower canned lighting that you can change colors. We're even we got some new furniture to store things so that it looks more like an office and like a nice workspace as opposed to, hey, this is where all the papers go and it doesn't look amazing. So I'm even planning on getting a little water fountain so that you hear the nice twinkling of waterfall and everything. So we're really trying to do that, make our workspace very enjoyable to be around as far as ambiance, the feel, and then the functionality of having a good space to work, because that's actually something that we've neglected the last couple of years. So
yeah, at some point in the next couple of weeks too, that we want to really we want to show it clean, and we don't mind showing it, you know, with all the flurry of activity around it too. But
it's just not complete yet.
Yeah, but once we get the whole setup kind of revamped for us to really show it, we'll give you guys a look. Look around the workspace.
See,
Just
now
so you
that's
can
actually giving me motivation to finish too and get it right.
Yeah, no, absolutely. All right, so Mike Seller says, do any of you use a motivation board to track your progress? I ordered one early this morning and was curious about the success.
So we have the clear glass board, but we are, like, what do you call that? It's a glass whiteboard. I think that's what I'm trying to say. We have not put it up yet. That is part of our planning. So
and we used to have one though. So it's actually funny, Mike, you raise a valid point with that, because we used to have one with our old setup. So we're kind of like transitioning now between two different setups. We found a way to really improve the one that we currently have. And when we had the old one, we did have that board there that we did have the accountability board. We put all of our goals up, and we do have one for us as a family that we have right towards the front of the house, but we don't really combine the two. But that's a great reminder that we need to get ours completed enough, because it is true. Like when you even just write down the goals, like there's all those studies out there now that if you just even write down that, hey, I'm going to do something,
right,
it moves your position closer to the goalpost. So,
yeah. Honestly, though, our last one was so small that it was kind of hard to really write out goals. It had like the days of the week on it, and then we would tack off how many listings we had done to kind of hold ourselves accountable for the listing numbers. But with our new one, it's much bigger, and hopefully we'll use it in a better way. If you have any suggestions, please let us know.
Exactly. Yeah, we're totally game. I mean, so I guess the motivation.
And we haven't used it in months.
The motivation for us this morning so far is like get a whiteboard, and then I'm going to be catching up with Paul Rose for the amount of listings and everything. It's good. Let's see here. I already have that many already photographed, weighed, measured, described, and boxed the big stuff that I have to not prep anymore until it's all listed, which will take some time. Yeah, no doubt about it. And I
And
see the
weighing and
exclamation point in
measuring
there.
in the boxes, that's impressive. That's really good.
Yeah, no, especially for like hard good stuff. That's definitely a challenge. Let's see here. If I don't use it, I'll resell it. Isn't that funny? It's like so for all of us now,
Yeah.
we have the thing of like, yeah, if I try it and I don't like it, I'll just resell it. So just before this, I was hopping on to with Bearded Picker and his group. I think they're still going. So I'm grateful for all of you that are here. But for Bearded Picker, his group, they were talking about that too. That's been a little bit of a challenge, I guess. That there's some other reseller names out there that are like buying a ton of stuff and then trying to sell it. And if it doesn't sell, they send it back, and it's like, oof, boy, that'd be a nightmare.
Yeah, having those returns all the time.
But let's see here. So he says, Mike Seller, it's a great idea, but for me, it's just a case of do as much as I can and other responsibilities. Oh, and other responsibilities let me. I already have unrealistic expectations of what I can do every day.
That's true. I think we both do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we always dream big and then reality does kind of set in, but I'm okay with that. I don't view that as like a failure if I don't get everything done, because 90% of the time that'd be impossible, because you should see my to-do list for today. It is quite extensive.
Yeah.
But it still feels good, the amount of things that you can tack off and take off. And you better believe that anything I accomplish that was not on that list, he teases me about this. I will write it on the list and check it off because I didn't think of it, but I still got it done. So that's still a major win.
Yeah.
So I'm okay with having unrealistic to-do lists.
Good morning, Spam Banshee. So great to see you.
Good morning, spam. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes you have to think unreasonable. I mean, they say shoot for the moon, and if you get halfway there, that's still awesome.
What? No, it's a you shoot for the moon, and then if you miss, you still end up among the stars. That's that's how they often say.
Well, you can say it properly, but
Actually, I think one of the coolest things about all this for us is not only that we've started to get a lot more done more consistently. I mean, what would happen before is we would do like a ton on one day, and then just a little bit the next day, and then a ton the following day. And now that we've been having like these little morning sessions that we do the follow up in the afternoon, we are getting
I think
more
it's helping us
consistent.
be more focused too each day.
Well, yeah, focused, consistent, but also too a little side benefit is we're actually getting more organized for our own personal stuff, and also
Mhm.
most importantly, it's actually caused us to take a step back and get reorganized for our health. And so that's been one of the best things that you all have helped us out with already, is the fact that just knowing that we're going to be on and seeing you guys, we're like, you know what, I should probably have like a glass of juice
Yeah.
instead of like a slice of pizza. And that's been really cool. So
Paul Rose's comment is funny. Just make sure you fill the oxygen tanks before you set off.
that
LOL.
that's
So
hilarious.
yeah, that's true. Once again, that comes with good planning. So.
Yeah, make sure you fill those oxygen tanks. I mean, Paul Rose
Because
got
you get
all
out there and
those
you're like, yes, I'm in the
witticisms.
stars, and then you're like, but I'm dying.
Yeah, actually, you know what? Boy, talk about a good analogy for what it's felt like over the past like couple months and
That's
everything.
true. Yeah.
Which is funny because you all have been, and it's about to get corny here. You all have been a breath of fresh air. So it's been. I know.
You
I
prepared me, but
I
still
did.
wasn't
I warned
prepared.
you.
Yeah.
I warned you it was coming, but I had to do it. It's like the situation demanded. It demanded that.
The other thing that we're trying to work on to make our workspace more enjoyable is we do have outdoor space that we can technically work in, and so we need to get that prepped, especially since now the weather's nice.
Oh, and we've got a new visitor, Jonathan Graham.
Oh, hello.
Hello, Jonathan. If you're okay, because of a friend, I'm just going to call you Graham. I hope that that's all right.
Okay, so spam, that is awesome. I do think about Primo's JLo bod frequently. It is okay, so I've never been a huge fan of JLo, but I have to admit, him talking about the JLo bod and especially her age and how she just keeps working,
Mhm.
it is inspirational. I have started to be motivated by JLo.
Yeah. No,
Something I never thought would ever happen.
I know. And yeah, his constant talking about achieving JLo abs is absolutely just yeah, from Jello to JLo. That is absolutely awesome. So it's Spam Banshee.
Okay, I hadn't actually heard that one yet. That's pretty good.
That is, oh yeah, no. So that's come up a few times on their
That's
lives.
hilarious. I hadn't paid attention.
Okay, yeah, move from Jello to JLo. I know it is actually super inspiring, like the fact that she's like she puts in the work, so it's a good
And she had
reminder.
twins.
Yeah,
That's impressive.
yeah. No, so that's actually like using your being a celebrity like for good, where it's like help
So
me be
how have
health
you been
conscious.
working on your JLo bod? What did you do yesterday?
Well, we already shared it with the group, but yeah, so
Some people didn't hear.
I guess that's true. But yeah, yesterday, so for all those that
We're
weren't
making our workspace better.
yeah, for all those that weren't able to see our winning wrap up yesterday, Ro got me a new walking pad. And so as I'm doing my regular work, and I'm working 9-hour days, so as I'm doing my regular work, I just get on the walking pad. And yesterday I was able to do 8 miles. So, and as I described it
Got 8
yesterday,
miles done.
yeah, my feet feel like a broken bag of bone shards,
Because
but
we do have the desks that rise up and down, and so the walking pad has been really great, and it's pretty lightweight, so we can switch it to whoever wants to use it at the time. But yeah, I was super proud of him getting 8 miles in yesterday, and I think it helps boost productivity because sitting does exhaust you.
yeah, it super does. But I love Paul Rose. He's on the way. If you watch views from a few years ago, Speedo's at the ready. LO with the big muscle. That is absolutely awesome. Yeah, Primo and Spam, you guys just across the board have been really inspiring for us. I mean,
You find the things.
yeah, what got us hooked right out of the gate too is as soon as you spot a new name, you blast the horn. You have like a little mini. It's like a little mini parade for this brand new person that you don't even know if they're gonna be like super nice or whatever, but you treat them like a friend right out of the gate.
That's true.
That's such a really cool thing that you guys do on that channel that I don't think anybody's gonna be able to replicate. That is so you guys, and it's just really it's such a rocking quality that you have. And so Mike Seller says, my goal for the day is, excuse me, to break down my salved boxes. I'm not sure what a salved box is. Salvage. Okay. he
Yeah, I was gonna
corrected
say
that.
salvage.
I was
Yeah.
like, salved box. Interesting. Like, I'm gonna go Google some things. So salvage boxes, so I can find my listed inventory.
We've
I think
all
I might
been
be a
there.
hoarder.
We've all been there.
You know what? All it is.
I feel like if you haven't been there, then you're not doing reselling properly.
Yeah, no, all it is between being a reseller and being a hoarder is like one missed day of listings. And that seems like the difference maker sometimes, where it's just like, oh, I missed a day of listings. I am a hoarder now. Okay, great. But yeah, that's so great.
Aw.
Oh, spam, no cheering up.
Tears.
No cheering
Aw.
up. But it is like, yeah, you guys do throw a little parade for people that show up and
Yeah,
arrive.
it's
I mean,
really cool.
you've
Well, that's why
earned
it's
every
always a
subscriber you
party.
guys have.
It's always a party with Spam and Primo.
Yeah, well, they treat it like you're almost like you're a member of the family coming in. So that's an incredible gift that you give to people. I mean, so again, let's paint a scenario here. You're a reseller. You've been doing this for a long time. You're getting frustrated. You're trying to understand what's going on with just reselling in general. You're feeling like it might be your items. You're feeling it might be you, and then you go on Primo, Chemo, and it's Bam Banshee's channel, and they see your name for the first time, and you get the burr, 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 and they're like, hey, and so he does the cheer sound effect too. I mean, how could that not brighten your day? So that's totally awesome. So no tearing up those spam, but you guys really rock it. You
Yeah.
make it so good for all of us.
So Paul Rose said, I think all of us resellers look like hoarders. I'd be happy if it all sold today and went tomorrow. Cha-ching.
Cha-ching.
That is man, what would that feel like if someone just came and bought you out?
Well, we should find a way to be a part of some kind of government-sponsored social experiment where it's
Yeah.
like, what would happen to a reseller
We
if
were
we bought all of their stuff? It's like, I'd like to be a part of that social experiment.
we did slightly witness that once. We were at a estate sale. We were at an estate sale and we had already found some pretty cool things. And it was one of those things where it's like, okay, how much do we keep wanting to buy? Are we good? And there was like this one little trinket that I was still like debating over whether or not to buy. But we went out and we put some things in the car. And then when we came back, the head person overseeing the estate was basically like, so all sales are done because somebody came in and said, everything that's left in the house, this is my lump sum number. Will you take it? And they said yes. So everything suddenly in like 1 second was no longer available. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
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 So we did witness that happening one time.
Yeah.
And I lost out on my little trinket. So it was okay. They sold everything. So good for them.
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah, that'd be so Paul Rose said there'd be a lot more room and a lot less stress. That's
so
true too.
true.
Yeah.
Oh my. So true.
Absolutely. So, well, hey, we're coming up on 30 minutes. We want to keep these brief to just get us connected, get us motivated, get us on with our day. For all those that might be brand new here, please feel free to check out a Primo Chemo and Spam Banshees channel. And if anyone else has a channel on here that we might miss, feel free to go ahead and just let us know that in the chat. But we really do appreciate all of you guys taking a minute out to hop in. And if you are brand new and have not yet subscribed, please feel free to consider subscribing. We'd love to see you here again. But
we hope you all have the most successful day. Keep the energy up. Drink lots of coffee. That's what we're going to be doing today.
yes,
But yeah, if you can join us 5:30 today, where we do our winning wrap up. Hopefully, I have lots to report to you, and hopefully, I put my curtains up. So.
But see Primo Chemo and Spam Banshee's channel. It's under Primo Chemo, and actually
They're
Spam.
on today, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
10?
it's Monday and Wednesday
10 our time.
at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard, and then 1 o'clock Eastern. And Spam, you got the wrench. If you'd like to put your channel in the chat, no pressure, but you're more than welcome to. But and also they have a show on Friday at 1 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, and then 4 o'clock Eastern. I think I've got hopefully that right. But their show is loads of fun, and they'll keep an eye out for your new names there. But thank you all. We love these. Thanks for helping get us motivated and recharged. And again,
have a great day, Callie.
Thank you so much for stopping in, Callie. We always love to see. I mean, everybody we're seeing on the list here. We're super fans of you. We really appreciate you guys. But anyways,
happy sales.
Thank you for being here. Thanks for helping us get motivated. We hope it helps you a bit as well. And we'll be circling back at 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard, 8:30 Eastern. And I don't even know what that would be in the United Kingdom. It's probably like 3 a.m. But we hope to see you guys back. And for those that can't make it, no worries. We hope to catch you on the next one. Appreciate you to the max. Get some sales, have some inspiration, and we look forward to seeing you again soon. Major Win signing off. They said we got to get a catchphrase. So maybe we'll figure something out.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe that'll be a catchphrase. Maybe we'll figure something out. Okay, bye. All right, take care, everybody.
Bye,
Appreciate
everybody.
you.
Have a great day.
All right.